The advantage that Generac has that, and what really kind of attracted me to the company a year ago is that, we have built a lot of great products. We have bought a lot of great products, and we have a huge opportunity to connect them all together and really make 1+1 = 5 here.
Welcome to Technovation. I'm your host, Peter High. My guest today is Talal Butt. Talal is the Chief Information Officer of Generac Power Systems, a total energy management company that earns roughly $4.3 billion in annual revenue. Talal has been in his role for a year, and across that time, he's focused on implementing data, machine learning, and artificial intelligence solutions to support the company's evolution to become a global energy technology leader. He's driven programs to both improve operational efficiency and revenue growth, and I look forward to hearing more about his tenure through this conversation. Talal, welcome to Technovation. It's great to speak with you today.
Hey, thanks, Peter. Glad to be here.
Well, Talal, I mentioned a brief description of your business, and I wonder if you could take it from there and provide a little bit more about what it is that Generac Power Systems does.
Sounds good. Well, thanks again for having me here. So I joined Generac about a year ago. It's an exciting place to be. Generac is in the business of generating energy, distributing energy, and managing our energy management solutions for our customers and partners across the globe. We are best known for home standby generators. Generac created that market and leads that market today. So we have a number of products in the home standby for different energy needs. We also have a number of products in our industrial side. So, we're going all the way up to about 3 megs from an energy management perspective on the industrial side as well. And then over the last few years, probably last 5-6 years, Generac started to acquire organizations to build up their portfolio. So, if you are a smart thermostat consumer, Ecobee is owned by Generac. So, and then there's multiple other products, mostly in the digital side. We have a business called Energy Technology, which is really focused around building our smart digital products, if you will, that we can go to market with. So we are in 140 plus countries today. As you mentioned, we are 4.3 billion in revenue. We have about 9,000 employees around the globe, and it's a growing business. So very exciting place to be.
Sounds like it. Talk a bit about your role as Chief Information Officer, if you would. What's within your set of responsibilities?
Yeah, sure. So I lead all of our technology organizations, activities globally for Generac. That is all encompassing from, your normal, IT, CIO role, infrastructure operations, to leading our applications teams. We also have cybersecurity and product security as part of my purview as well. And then recently, over the last 6 months, we have been really kind of delving into our digital space, and I'm leading our organization and building and leading our organization around our digital business as well.
You referenced digital business. What form does that take within Generac? Can you provide a bit of background there?
Yeah, digital is interesting because every organization, every industrial industry vertical thinks about digital differently. So when I think about industrial manufacturing organizations, one of the things that kind of jumps out to us as consumers of digital, in our personal lives is that the personal experience, the customer experience is severely below par when you compare it to our personal lives, interacting with an Apple ecosystem or Netflix or going to, even an Android ecosystem. Those are very seamless, frictionless experiences. And in the industrial manufacturing space, most organizations are far from it. And Generac is no different. Generac is known for its quality. The brand is very well known, but they kind of started building physical products, physical home standby generators. And as Generac grew, more and more, of our investments, of our technology, foresight really came into building these digital products around the home standby generator, from smart thermostats to the analytics products around it. So digital for us really means to create this seamless ecosystem where we can go to our customers and consumers and provide them with all of their energy management needs. They should be able to seamlessly interact with Generac, see how much energy is being consumed, where it's going, where some of their bottlenecks are, how they're interacting with the utilities. And at the same time, it should be a delightful experience, right? So rather than cludging all these different components together, we have an opportunity to really lead the market in providing that end-to-end experience for our customers and partners alike. And when I say partners, it's really, our distributors, installation teams. We want to make sure that, the way we interact with them, that's easy for them to get to the end customers. It's easy for them to install. It's easy for them to service and manage those end customers in the end. So that whole ecosystem really is anchored around digital technologies. It's anchored around the experience that we have to build and the processes we need to have, which needs to be seamless and frictionless. So the advantage that Generac has, that, and what really kind of attracted me to the company a year ago, is that, we have built a lot of great products. We have bought a lot of great products, and we have a huge opportunity to connect them all together and really make 1 + 1 = 5 here. So that's the role of the digital business. So as a leadership team, we aligned to kind of create this organization late last year, and my group right now is in the midst of building the team, aligning our digital roadmaps, getting this cross-functional group together to start building these capabilities that will get us closer to what I just described.
I want to talk a little bit about partner and customer experience. The former certainly influences the latter, and perhaps the latter the former, I would imagine. Talk a bit about the role that your team plays in advancing each and some of the touch points between them as well, if you would.
Yeah, I think it goes kind of hand in hand, right? So, our ability to actually grow the market and ensure that we're not only, retaining our market share, but growing it globally, it's really dependent on how we go to market, how we actually serve the needs of our partners who are helping us install, who are helping us service. So, we go to market through multiple channels, but the biggest one is through our dealer channel. So a big part of the digital business is to really make that dealer to Generac interaction really frictionless. If you think about providing, your dealers a platform where they can come in, they can look their leads, they can look at, what the percentage of closure of those leads are. We have given them all the tools to educate their teams around how to install, what the new products are, how to sell. So think about that platform giving them so much value that they don't want to go and partner with someone else. So it becomes that sticky ecosystem. That helps us not only grow our revenue and our market share, but also help make the dealers more profitable as well. So that's a huge part of our strategy to make that dealer experience become frictionless, become really tight, working with us. And then once you do that right, the second part of that dealer experience is that, hey, now the dealer has installed the products for our customers. We want to make sure that dealer has, visibility, and our customer and dealer both have visibility how those products are performing. If they need any issue, if there's any issue with it, service parts are required. It's a frictional experience to order them, for someone to come and install them without even lifting a finger, right? So if you come to that promise in a great way from an experience perspective, I think it helps not just Generac, but our end customers and our dealers alike. So it's a three-legged stool, and everyone wins if you do this experience in the right manner.
I know that another area of responsibility of yours, Talal, is to ensure the organization's contemplating and driving operational efficiency. Could you take a moment and talk a bit about the program you're putting in place to do so, and areas in which you and the team have made progress?
Sure. Yeah, I mean, when I joined Generac, there was a couple of areas that really jumped out, and one of them was around, what I call you know, the normal blocking and tackling of an IT leader role, ensuring that we have the right, IT service management processes in place, ensuring that we are looking at when we have downtime or outages, we're really kind of going deeper into what the root causes of those outages are and solving for them once and for all. So we put together a program around our operational excellence, which kind of focuses on those key foundational elements of running an IT shop at a global scale. Problem management, root cause problem management, root cause processes, change management processes, ensuring that we have roadmaps for our data centers and key assets. So as things are coming end of life, we are reacting to them with appropriate time, working with our vendors to really kind of hold them accountable when some of the issues are really caused by them. So that's it's a very process driven kind of way of looking at ensuring that we are, bringing our downtime to the minimum. And then also ensuring that, as we are kind of growing as an organization, that we are not just doubling our costs every time we grow as well. So, creating these efficiencies within our ecosystem so that as we grow, we're taking advantage of the economies of scale. So those are some of the efforts that we started, and some of them are actually already paying off. We started to look at very simple example, like how much downtime we had over the last year. And what we found was that a lot of it was caused by, self-inflicting wounds, meaning changes that our teams did that caused another issue. So as we started to dig into what was, causing those issues to resurface over and over again, we were able to kind of rectify some of those things at the root cause and move on from it and show some value along the way.
I know you also understandably focus a lot on a data program and setting a better data foundation such that you can leverage machine learning and ultimately artificial intelligence to help the organization continue to grow. Can you talk a bit about your data strategy, the building blocks towards employing ever more sophisticated means by which you can draw insights from that data?
Yeah, I mean, data programs, AI programs, I'm sure are a huge part of every organization's strategy these days. I mean, the way we look at data is that it's really kind of two ways of tackling it. One is really around our products themselves. So making our products that our customers use, I
know
guess,
you
more
all.
smart, and then using AI built into those products so that you can extract value and provide that value to our customers as they're using it. And our product teams have a strategy around how to incorporate some of those features within the products themselves. The second part of it is how do you ensure that our operations within Generac broadly, we're using some of those data elements, whether it's AI, machine learning, or different kind of models that have to be built in an appropriate manner. So we are doing a couple of things. The first piece is really around setting our data organization appropriately. So, again, when I joined Generac, our data organization was really focused on reporting and dashboarding. So we kind of have pivoted towards, focus on, data governance, having a data architecture that really can scale, looking at operational data, to the product data, to the transactional data that's coming in. And then we started to kind of look at what are some of the key use cases that would help the organization grow and give us more information to go into different markets. So we started to build the models around propensity models. We started to build models around forecasting. We started to build models around marketing mix. So those are some of the pieces that we have done over the last year, and some of them have really helped the organization look at where the investment needs to go in real time. Now, as with all these models, it's not a one and done thing. So you constantly kind of have to go and rinse and repeat as you get more information. But the point here is that we have built a strong core team that understands how to extract data, how to train the models, and we can pivot in a lot of different directions pretty quickly now. So now our challenge really is to kind of scale that across the board, get out of this POC territory of, hey, do this one thing here, do this one thing there, but really kind of scale it. And that's what we're working on over the course of the next couple of quarters to really take it to the next level.
I appreciate those perspectives on the foundation that you've laid. And now with it in place, I'd love to hear more about how you're leveraging artificial intelligence generally and generative artificial intelligence more specifically. Can you share some anecdotes about how you have parlayed that great foundation towards greater levels of innovation?
Yeah, listen, I truly believe we have a tremendous opportunity at Generac to go into certain areas and create market, if you will, for us. And some of the examples that jump to my mind are really, we talked a little bit about the digital aspect of where Generac is going and the customer experience that we want to create. There's tremendous opportunity within that space alone around how you use GenAI to not just provide a great experience for your customers, but also to provide opportunities for cross-sell and upsell as the customers are interacting with the interface or the digital experience that you have created without them having to lift a finger or talk to someone, right? So that's just one area. If you create this digital infrastructure, you can provide opportunities to show data to your customers in ways that they have not thought about before. Example would be, what the historical trends and outages look like in their area, how the weather pattern changes are projected to impact where they live, the cost of energy, how is that impacting their neighbors and themselves over the course of last 3 years, and where it's projected to go. So when you start to kind of parlay a lot of this information that we talk about internally, a lot, because that's how we gauge where our business is going. You can start to share in an appropriate manner with your customers that helps them make the right decisions around how and which products they want to kind of interact with us on. So that's just one example. The other areas of AI, which I'm sure a lot of other organizations are using, there's tremendous opportunity for us around our supply chain operations space. And we have started to build some models around that. There's tremendous opportunity for us, in our marketing space around how we reach customers and how to optimize our marketing spend a lot better over the course of the years as well. So the opportunities are endless for us, I believe. The challenge really is that, we got to make sure that we're not going in 15 different directions, because that really kind of hampers the focus and you don't really get a lot of value. And secondarily, it becomes really expensive as well when you start to do so many things all at once. So our goal really is to kind of pick the 2 or 3 areas that we want to go deep into, and then go deep into it and extract the value that we believe we can get, and then move to the next piece. So we got to be nimble and we got to be agile around it. And that's how we're kind of building an organization to kind of to portray that strategy.
I'm interested to hear more about the expansive nature of this and the number of areas that are being impacted, supply chain, marketing, among others that you've described. As I listen to you, it harkens back to what I mentioned in the introduction, that the company's evolving into what has been described as a global energy technology company, with technology very much front and center in the way the organization describes itself. This further underscores the importance of technology and the ongoing evolution of the company as a tremendous source of insight, of value creation. And I can hear your excitement in as much as the recognition of how important this is for the ongoing evolution of the business.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Generac's mission is to power a smarter world. And I tell my team the smarter in that tagline is technology, right? So that's, it's the opportunities are endless for us. And, honestly, the biggest piece that Generac brings to the table is that I don't think there's any organization that has all the building blocks, all the different products in the energy generation, transmission, and management ecosystem in place in one organization. And Generac does. we compete with a lot of other great organizations in one of the verticals or a couple of the verticals, but no one has the breadth of product that we do. So, our opportunity is to not let that product set as it is, but really connect it all together and bring this ecosystem to life with our, partners and our customers alike. And I think if we do it right, the opportunities are great for us to accelerate.
Fantastic. We've talked about a number of trends of consequence and importance that you're taking advantage of. Any others we've not mentioned, Talal, that are making their way onto your roadmap that you're beginning to experiment with or investigating that you would underscore here?
Yeah, I mean, as a business, obviously the artificial intelligence, Gen AI, is not just a trend that we are looking at from an IT perspective alone, but also from a business perspective too. So if you look at Generac, being in a power generation, power management space, the advent of great and big data centers coming in is a huge piece of an opportunity for us. So we actually have a product line now that really caters to that part of the industry vertical. Data centers coming online, how do we ensure that we have the right product to actually support their operations? So that's a huge trend for us that has come up, and we started building our new product line last year, and that's coming online over the next month or so. So that's pretty big for us. The other piece that I see is really the culmination of a lot of the technologies coming together. One of the things that Gen AI has done is that whether it's the cloud phenomena that we saw a number of years ago to now the Gen AI, a lot of these pieces are kind of coming together, and it's becoming a lot easier to connect technologies together to get, again, this 1 + 1 = 4 kind of an equation come to play. So I mean, it's still pretty early on in the Gen AI space and the artificial intelligence space, but I do see a lot of these convergence of technologies and convergence of platforms, which I think is really exciting. It's really exciting for the consumers. It's really exciting for us as technology leaders as well.
I can certainly understand that. I also wanted to ask you before I let you go, anything you've recently read, listened to, and or watched that you would recommend to peers?
So I listen and watch a lot of different kind of things. That's tend not to be all technology or business centric, but one of the things that I just read last week was a book called The Game Theory. I don't know if anyone has gone through it. It's by Brian Clegg, and it really kind of talks about the mathematics behind making decisions. And I think it started from casinos and gambling, around how that kind of the world works. It's all based on mathematics, but if you could take some of the same theories in your personal lives and how you make decisions, and the mathematical equations that kind of support that. So it's pretty interesting.
Good suggestion. Thank you so much for offering that. And Talal, thank you more generally speaking for a great conversation. It's remarkable what you and the team have driven in the year that you've been with the organization, of course, standing on the shoulders of others who came before you, but nevertheless, remarkable changes and innovations that you're driving. And I appreciate you sharing some examples of those through this conversation. It's been a joy.
It's been great chatting with you, Peter. Thank you very much.